Nuclear weapons are stored in some of the most protected facilities on the planet, ensuring that without proper authorization, no one can get even remotely close to them. However, sometimes nukes have to be transported from one facility to another, meaning that a weapon with the power to destroy an entire city is now rolling right through one, transported along the very same roads that we all use every day. It is an incredible security challenge, so much that the US government has created an entire agency tasked with this one job. This is how the US transports nuclear weapons. What we see here is a convoy, as it is typically used for the transport of nuclear materials. The exact configuration always depends on the route being taken and how sensitive the nuclear material transported is. Although not necessarily the case, it is common practice, especially in cities, for the convoy to be accompanied at the front and rear by local police cars. This offers protection, and it also ensures that the vehicles can drive through more densely populated areas without ever stopping. The actual convoy begins behind the police and consists of several armored vehicles close to the truck. These are so-called Bearcats, which are bulletproof vehicles that allow the agents to be protected from attacks and at the same time counter them. Across the entire car there are multiple gun holes, through which shots can be fired without the agents having to step outside the vehicle. The federal agents inside are equipped with handguns, shotguns, and assault rifles, bringing enough firepower to neutralize any potential threat. And in some cases, a powerful machine gun with protective plating is mounted on top of a Bearcat, providing even more firepower. But all of this is only in case a dangerous situation arises, in which the nuclear cargo has to be defended with the use of weapons. On a normal drive, the agents in these cars are busy taking precautions to prevent such a situation from even happening, as all these vehicles serve as a rolling communication center. The cars are equipped with audio devices that enable 3 different levels of communication. First, the cars can talk to each other, enabling them to quickly coordinate what to do in the event of an unforeseen incident. On the second level of communication, agents regularly check in with other supporting forces in the area. According to safety regulations, at least 7 armed vehicles must always accompany a nuclear convoy, but only 5 of them are visible here. This is because the other 2 vehicles are positioned in remote monitoring locations, for example, positioned a few miles ahead to keep a lookout. The commander, who sits in one of the cars accompanying the nuclear transporter, calls these remote agents every 30 minutes to receive updates about potential threats along the route. This separation also guarantees that communication systems can't be knocked out in one fell swoop, as should anything happen to the 5 vehicles within the convoy, the other 2 can still radio for assistance. Furthermore, there is a third level of communication, as the agents are in constant contact with the Transportation and Emergency Control Center, located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. From here, all nuclear transports within the United States are coordinated. From the control center, the staff tracks all vehicles across the country transporting high-risk cargo, and in the event of an attack, they can request additional local police forces for assistance. In this unlikely scenario that the control center orders additional regular police to help out a nuclear transport, there is a set protocol in place for how they should engage. The control center establishes a set of passwords and transmits those to the crew of the convoy and, through the dispatcher, to local police forces arriving on the scene. When the police arrives, both sides shout out their part of the password.
Agent, Bravo! Lima!
This is to make sure that enemies cannot pose as police in order to gain access to nuclear cargo. It is just one of countless protocols that outlines exactly how the agents have to act in what scenario, resulting in a thorough system of safety protocols that supplements military force and firepower. In the middle of all these cars is the heart of the convoy, the Safeguard Transporter, a completely custom-made vehicle that is used to transport nuclear bombs. The hull of the truck is made from a sturdy metal, rendering the vast majority of conventional tools ineffective. No amount of cutting or sawing will be enough to break through the hold, nor will any accident be violent enough to crack open the shell and spill any potentially dangerous contents out on the road or countryside. Fire won't do much good either, as the hold is designed to be entirely flame resistant and can hold strong for hours on end. The driver is also safe, as bulletproof glass lines the windshield and windows, and the doors can only be opened from the inside. While its heavy weight of 25 tons could appear to be a disadvantage, prohibiting it from doing quick evasive maneuvers, the security concept for this transporter actually uses the weight to its advantage, as it keeps the vehicle stuck to the road and means an enormous force would be required to tip it on its side. Additionally, should the convoy find itself in a serious emergency, small explosives are rigged to the axle bar under the truck. When detonated, these explosives destroy the axle, bringing the vehicle to a complete stop and making it pretty much immovable. Should anyone try to haul the trailer away, they'd find themselves dragging a large chunk of heavy metal against the road with no wheel support. And access through the doors to the cargo hold is impossible outside of the designated high-security areas, where the United States military holds the electronic keys that unlock the doors. Nonetheless, if for whatever reason someone did break through the doors, the transporter's cargo hold can automatically spray a thick foam on any intruders. This would massively impair their movement and effectively stick them to the ground. If the foam isn't enough, a powerful electric shock can be sent through the cargo hold to knock out any remaining attackers inside. All of these security measures serve to make it virtually impossible for nukes, the most destructive weapons ever created by mankind, to fall into the wrong hands. And none of this is to mention that the entire convoy is watched by 2 US military helicopters prowling the sky, providing a bird's-eye view of the mission.